Lewis, I'm gonna start with you. I want you to take me to the moment you find out an actor's dream is coming true, that you're gonna get to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you ask the question that every actor is gonna ask, what's my character's name?
Yeah.
And they come back and they say, it's Bob.
Yeah.
Is there a part of you that just goes, again? Are you kidding me?
I mean, I didn't, I was unfamiliar with Bob's story in the comic books, and so when Jake told me, I was like, I mean, it sounds like the dream character and the dream story, I want to be a part of it. I was like, we can change the name though, right? Because I've already played a Bob. He was like, we cannot change this name. This has been set in stone in comic books for decades, so we're gonna stick with that. I was like, can we just mess around with Robert and stuff? He was like, it's gonna be Bob. And he was like, nobody's gonna be able to tell. I was like, everyone's gonna be able to tell.
Because it's not just two characters named Bob, it's two characters where the name of Bob is such a big part of their character.
I mean, Bob is an iconic name.
It is.
In many ways, it's been a great honor for me to, step into these shoes, and it was a heavy responsibility, and I didn't take it lightly. But Bob is a great name. It's got good comedic timing. It's nice and symmetrical, and it's an onomatopoeia, and every Bob who I've ever met is a gentleman and a scholar.
We need one more. We need the trifecta of Bobs.
I'm doing this whole press tour to get Bob the Builder live action off its feet and on the ground, and we're gonna shoot this.
And we've seen all the three Spider-Men in one film together. Then we get all the three Bobs.
Yeah, we're gonna need
the Bob multiverse.
Yeah, we'll get some CGI.
I think the amount of times we also say Bob in this movie, we should have a drinking game.
A drinking game.
There should be a drinking game every single
we'll
time we say Bob.
We'll be dead within 25 minutes, I think, depending on what we're drinking. 7 years since we've seen Ghost.
Yes.
I'm sort of curious, as an actor, as a storyteller, what you decide she was up. Like, what is the most interesting thing, whether it's canon or not? You said, did she go on a cruise? Was she hanging out with Thor? They can't tell you you're wrong. So in that 7-year time, what do you think is the most interesting thing that she did, whether people know it or not?
She's been gaming. She's just gaming hard. VR gaming.
Nice.
No, it's amazing because with leaving Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, she finally wasn't in pain, and she was finally not dying and flickering all over the place. Like, she finally be left her with being in control of her power, which I think for Ghost would have taken a few years to get used to. And I think she very much enjoyed that. And then she's kind of, where we find her in this spot is that she's in control of her power now.
A lot can happen in 7 years.
Yeah.
What is she playing?
F-Zero, Donkey Kong, all the classics. Earthworm Jim is a good one. The James Bond,
Yeah, a little GoldenEye, a little N64.
Yep.
She's got good taste.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I love it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, nostalgic, yeah.
In the grand scheme of great Disney lines, I'm thinking Hakuna Matata, To Infinity and Beyond. Where do you think I Was on Meth ranks in the pantheon of Disney lines?
These are amazing questions. Obviously right at the top, dude. Hopefully kids will not actually be seeing that anywhere. But yeah, it was that was a great scene to shoot. That was one of the craziest scenes. We were like, wait, what is this movie about again?
Yeah.
This is insane. I was like, I'm here, but I'm supposed to be in that chicken suit. And,
But you could just see the joy in Jake's face.
Yeah.
And he was, I think,
I've got
his favorite.
an interesting scene for you guys.
Because it's also such a great payoff to a comment that was made earlier.
Right.
And so whenever not to ruin it for anybody, it's such a great moment.
Yes.
It really is.
Well, what it encourages is for you to watch the movie again.
Yes.
To get all the Easter eggs.
You got it round one, so that's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, they pay me to do this. I get to do this for a living. Obviously, many of us spent 84 hours watching the backs of chairs to see who was going to end up being in Doomsday. But I've always wanted to know, how do you guys find out? What is, do they call you? Is it an email? Do you know before this? What is your process?
Do you want to sing it with me?
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my Jesus Lord gosh, wow. That should have been at the back of my chair. It's amazing. It's a big moment.
But you had to have known before that announcement.
It was not as clear cut as I'm sure that it was.
Were you waiting on your own chair?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think you're always waiting on your own chair. I was like, oh my God. I didn't know the reveal was going to be so wow.
Long.
I thought I thought it was just such a cool, epic way to reveal everyone's epic names, actually. So yeah, it was exciting for me.
Yeah, I just got like an email that was like, this press release is happening tomorrow, and I was like, which one and what about it? And they're like, that's all. We just wanted to let you know that we are going to release some of the people who are going to be in this movie. And I was like, and who? Okay, so I'll find out, I guess. That was like pretty much as much information. So it was Danny Ramirez really kind of broke the news for me, and he is like a hype man to the highest degree, and so it was a very exciting phone call. I couldn't really hear him over the screaming of his own voice.
I love that. I have the only downside of a movie like this, and I love it very much, is that whenever it ends, I always think, God, like I wish Stan Lee could have seen this.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of curious, what is an aspect of this film you wish you could have seen, and where in the movie do you think would have been the perfect place to put his cameo?
Oh, that's a great question.
I think his cameo would have been cool in Utah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Utah, just somewhere.
It's like
in,
a hitchhiker or something.
Yeah, hitchhiker. Yeah.
The limo flips and just goes right by him while he's thumbing it.
Absolutely.
Or like a Forrest Gump kind of dude on his own kind of solo marathon.
I think I like your idea that like he's hitchhiking and then just like all the madness is going past him. Yeah.
But I'd like to think he'd be proud of this one because he was always so good at weaving in, just classic, entertaining movie with such heart, and I think that's what Thunderbolts does really well, and I hope we'd get the nod of approval from Stan.
I think you would. I had the pleasure of meeting him years back. I have a framed photo of he and I in my home, and it's,
really?
Whenever people come in, they're like, "Did you know Stan?" I'm like, "Oh yeah,
yeah."
We were close. We were real close, guys. If you can't tell, I love this movie. I love you guys. Seriously, I know you have an insanely busy day, so I really do appreciate it.
No, we love
really,
you,
thank you
man.
guys.
Thanks for the great.